Eastern Bloc Airguns is back with a dual hunt today. There'd be two separate hunts with two separate guns, and I'm gonna see if you guys can tell which is which. Now the two guns I used for these two hunts, one is the Edgun Lelya, and the other is the RTI Priest, decked out with a monopod and a bipod. And the Lelya has nothing. It's just solely made for offhand. And during these, it's been a while since I used a Lelya, and I just came back to it, and a lot of things just came to the surface to me, and came to the realization what I personally need on the farm. And I'll explain that all at the end of the video. So another thing, that's the reason I covered these scopes with socks is because I don't want to give anything away. One of these guns has a fixed, cheap $200 scope, and one has a nearly $1,000 scope, and we'll see if you can tell the difference between the cheap scope and the expensive scope. And so let's watch the footage, and at the end I'll talk about the things that I've found different between these two guns. Oh, another thing is one is a 25, one's a 22. Try to guess which one is which in the footage. this. All right, does everybody have a guess which one is which? I hope you do. Well, here's the moment of truth. The first clip, which you saw start off with the tree branches, there was a mist up high in the trees. That clip was actually the RTI Priest. And the second clip was the Edgun Lelya, the second hunt. And it's been a while since I used the Lelya, and I just came back to it, and I just realized how easy it is. You know, everybody tries to deck their gun out and put a bipod, a good monopod, get a really good scope, variable mag. And I noticed that the Lelya was more productive during the hunt, even though it's a 22 caliber, even though it has slightly less range, even though it doesn't have different magnifications for different times and different inside the barn or long distance. It doesn't have any of that magnification. It just has a fixed 10 power SWFA MOA scope that I got for 200 bucks. And the reason it is not because it's more accurate, not because it's inherently better, I would say, or more accurate or has longer range. It's simply better because it's simpler. And what I noticed on here, when I had the Priest out, I didn't show a lot of but by the time I fixed the bipod into the correct height, fixed the monopod to the correct height, dialed the parallax, or found the magnification I wanted, and then dialed the parallax, and then found the range, and then dialed the turrets, and then hit the camera to record the pigeons long gone. It was so annoying during that hunt to hunt with this thing, just because there was so much stuff to do. You know, hunting should be fun. If you're not killing birds because you're a farmer and need them dead, you're killing them because you like to be out there shooting. And this makes the fun there because it's so simple. I just put the gun up to my face. You know, I get a quick parallax. Boom, it's about 40 yards. I know it's right on. Boom. It's done. The bird doesn't have a chance. I would say it's 4 times faster using the Lelya and a fixed power scope than the Priest. Now, those clips, I had a much more shooting footage from the Lelya because I could get that shot quick. I can just bring it up and just fire. And that's why there were so many more clips. There's just as many birds out that day, but I was too busy fiddling with everything on the Priest. So after years, 2 years, I still absolutely love this gun just because it's so simple. You know, a 10x fixed power, $200 scope. And just for pesting is just phenomenal. I love it. Compared to this, you know, this is more accurate. This thing is more accurate than the Lelya. It's a minute of angle. I have this gun, I'm shooting 25 grainers and no wind at about a minute of angle. And this contributes to even better accuracy, and the bipod contributes to accuracy, but when it really breaks down to killing birds on a farm, this one outdoes. Even though it doesn't have a bipod, I can always put a fence post. I always can sit prone like this. Always can bring it up, maybe tuck it into my shoulder and do a good offhand. It's not as accurate, but it's more productive out there. And I hope this helps some of you. Everybody always tries to get their gun more decked out, more decked out, more decked out. And just simply knowing your gun well and having everything down basics really can help kill stuff and pest stuff and kill more targets.